well bowled. He is asking questions. 41 for 2.
With the Barber family who are here to celebrate their papa's birthday. That is a great way to celebrate a birthday, by coming down to the Basin Reserve to watch some cricket. Have you got a good papa that would bring you down to the cricket?
Yes.
And tell me, do you like watching the cricket at the Basin Reserve?
Yes.
You think the Black Caps are going to win?
Definitely.
Definitely. Kate, his sister, you're a good sister coming to the cricket. You're a bit like me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Always supporting your brothers. You're a great girl. Now, there's plenty of other sport coming up on Sky Sport. Don't forget, though, this is the start of the ODI series between Pakistan and the Black Caps. The second ODI is in Napier, Thursday the 28th of January at 12:30, Sky Sport 1. Then, of course, the Sevens. Everyone's talking about it. The HSBC Rugby Sevens. Wellington, day 1, the 30th at 11:20 on Sky Sport 2. Then day 2 is Saturday the 31st, 11:20 on Sky Sport 2.
Yeah, the Sevens arrived at the airport yesterday, and the English side had arrived at the same time. Some big units there, I can tell you.
Lost its shine, hasn't it? The popularity of the Sevens.
Sonny Bill will bring them back.
Used to be sold out. Matter of days, now only 10,000 tickets sold.
Anwar Ali gets driven for 4, first ball. Nichols looks in fine touch.
Freebie, wasn't it? It was a long half volley. No pace to it, 126 kilometres per hour. Nichols all over it.
Important time for Henry Nichols. Been given this opportunity ahead of Colin Munro through Ross Taylor not being available. Limited starts against Sri Lanka, you'd say. So now he's got the perfect opportunity. Very good batting surface, fast outfield. He's got through 16 deliveries.
Edge, down. Big mistake. Big life for Nichols.
Snatched at it. No, it didn't dip. It didn't dip at all. You're making things up. You just snatched at it. This was perfect catching height. Straight in, reverse cup. He's gone hard at it. Yes, it flew quite hard, but he just snatched. There's no relaxed hands there. Almost caught him by surprise, Hafiz, and put it down. Just what Anwar Ali would have been looking for after being driven first ball for 4. Life.
Well, it's a good example of the extra bounce at the Basin Reserve pitch. He's tried to go forward, but it ended up being waist height. Perfect catchable height for Hafiz. Put it down. Just after talking about Nichols having an opportunity, he's got a bigger one now. He's got to make the most of it. That's a good example of the extra pace and bounce here at the Basin Reserve and why the bowlers are always in the game.
What will that cost Pakistan? 3 for 45. Exposing the middle order inside the first 10 overs. That's what they've just let slip literally through Mohammad Hafiz's hands. Not express. Just mid-120s. Won't get through there.
Wait up.
So here we go. There's the difference. Here's the mistake that Henry Nichols made. There's the first one. Look how full it is. Genuine half volley length. Line no different from this one. Length totally different. Probably 2 metres in terms of where it pitched. But he thought he could get him because it was slower. It was the same direction. But the length was vastly different.
Yeah, and difference also. 1 slip then opposed to 2. They took one out after the second or the first cover drive.
It's a nice start, actually. After being driven for 4, he recovered well. Unlucky too. 45 for 2 after 10.
Well, New Zealand have lost 2. Both the openers are gone. Martin Guptill first to go. Good bouncer from Irfan, and a good catch too from Wahab Riaz. And then Latham similar fashion, but not getting bat on it, just glove. Referred, it was given not out originally. Took a good piece of glove. Nigel Long changed his decision after a discussion with Bruce Oxenford upstairs. And Latham adjudged caught behind by Safraz for 45 for 2. 10 overs gone. It's the sort of pitch that 4 and over is okay for the first 20. I think you can make it up at the back end. Just enough life in it early on. You see the powerfully built Wahab Riaz now charge up into the wind.
Just waiting for Sky. Sorry.
Jarrett Walker about to confirm that the power play here. So it's pretty standard, really, that the bowling side, unless they've been carded all around the place, will do that in the 11th.
Wait on.
The other thing, of course, I suppose, when you're talking about Craig McMillan standing on a box to prepare for Mohamed Irfan, it's the 3 left armers here. 3 very, pretty experienced left arm bowlers they have to prepare a lot for.
Yeah, and I suppose having Trent Boult, Mitch McClenaghan, Corey Anderson helps New Zealand in their preparation. But the question is, do they do a lot of bowling day before? Probably not. But that's what, looking at Kane Williamson, he's already made the adjustment. The reason he's confident enough to go to off stump in the stance is the ball's not swinging back, so he doesn't feel that the ball's going to swing back and hit him on the pad. And also with the extra bounce, he's comfortable and being in front of the wickets. He wants to eliminate trying to drive through the offside and the ball getting outside his eyes. So he's made the adjustment. So it's obviously something Craig McMillan's talked to them about.
It's good they've got protection out on the offside, and that's always a good move for Williamson. He finds hitting the ball square on the offside just so easy, so natural. Not a bad delivery, just knows with the angle it's going to not threaten the stumps, and hits it right from under those eyes and manages to work it square with that grip. So simple for him.
It's a good example. Maybe we can get a slow-mo from down the line again after this ball, watching where his head is when the ball's released and how far outside off stump it is. And normally you talk about your right eye as a batsman being on your off stump. Watch Williamson here. He's actually outside off stump quite considerably, taking him across, and it allows him to hit through the offside with so much ease because he plays the ball late. Whereas if he was more on middle stump, he'd be searching for that, maybe doing what Henry Nicholls did the over before, and the outside edge comes into play.
Looks good, Nicholls. But what I have seen him get out dragging the ball on, and from time to time looks to me as if he just exposes the inside part of the bat every now and then, even when he's looking to run the ball or play in a defensive mode. And sometimes when the ball's doing a bit off the surface, that makes him a drag on to the stumps candidate. It's a wide. Called by Nigel Long at square leg, so that's what the umpires do, and this is dead square on from where he sees it, and in his view that is clearly over the head, and therefore he signals wide. It's a good run. Picked out of fun. Takes a long time for a 7'1" to get down and pick it up. 48 for 2.
Keep on gaming and hooking up with your mates. Keep on making the odd brew and burning the midnight oil. keep on getting a little bit more out of life. Switch to a 123 current account and get 3% interest on balances between £3 and £20,000 and up to 3% cash back on household bills. Simple, personal, fair. It's what a bank should be.
Edward Gibbon Wakefield Memorial there on the tunnel side, the airport side of the Basin Reserve. Very famous landmark. Ground's full of them, actually, if you really walked around and took notice of what's in the concrete paths, etc. Very famous place.
I love these days, Smithy, when Francis Payne's been sitting up all night, finding things that are going on. Mohamed Irfan, part of today's match, of course. We've got 8 left-arm bowlers in today's match. 8 left-arm bowlers. Irfan, Amir, Wahab Riaz, of course, and Imad Wasim, the left-arm spinner, Trent Bolt, Mitchell McClenaghan, Corey Anderson, and Mitchell Santner, the left-arm spinner for New Zealand. That is 8. There's more to it, though, because Francis Payne's been busy beavering away overnight.
I would have thought that was a pretty boring stat. So move on.
Hey. So the most overs bowled by left-armers in a one-day international is 66 combined.
Okay.
Most overs bowled is 66. I think we're going back to about 2007, 2008. India against Australia. There was 7 involved in that game, so that's your quiz for this over. 7 bowlers involved in that game between India and Australia.
Yes.
I want their names. It's your quiz for this over.
Zahir Khan.
Correct.
No.
Busley left armour. Seamer.
Yeah, brothers. I'll give you one of the brothers. Both brothers have played for India. One of them, the left arm.
Irfan.
Correct.
Yep.
There was a left arm spinner that played for India.
No, not Jadeja. That's
No, just before Jadeja, actually. Yes, Mark Ridge is in the background going, the cool dude. He's saying the cool dude. He is quite cool too, this bloke.
Yuvraj.
No, not Yuvraj.
Done very well, are we?
MK initials.
Kartik.
Murali Kartik. Yes, very good. Oh, well, so that's 3.
Okay.
There's one more left arm seamer for India, and then you've got 2 seamers and a spinner for Australia. 50 comes up for New Zealand. Oh, he's just giving it to you. Oh, what are you doing? Downstairs, just throwing it up like that.
Yeah, Bracken, Johnson, and Hogg, of course. Robin Singh.
RP Singh.
RP Singh.
Yes. Left armour.
It's the other Busley left armour. Played IPL up until not that long ago.
I know who you're talking about there. You're talking about... Yep, it'll come to me.
Yep. Slower ball, was it? Just held back. He was through the shot very early. Henry Nicholls there.
Ashish Nehra.
That's it.
That's the one you're thinking about. Ashish Nehra. So there you go. They've got to get through 67 overs to set a new record, these left armers in today's game. And every chance. Every chance. Oh, just the last little stat on that. Yuvraj Singh and Michael Clark both played in that game as well. Neither of them bowled. We could have had 9.
Oh, wide. And they're not happy with this, Pakistan, at all. Not at all impressed with that call from Nigel Long. It's not going to make him change his mind.
It's hard to tell where the ball crosses past Nicholls there. It did go wider. He walked outside off stump. Ignore that because it was reasonably late.
Not happy with that. from a bowler. I'm not happy with that.
That was a slow ball. Quite beautifully bowled, actually. Interesting character, this. 114.5. The 12th over was one for the lefties. It's 52 for 2.